What is going on, you wonderful thought-having people? As always, I'm Jake from Give It Thought, and let's just get right into this No Man's Sky discussion video. So we're a little over a week out from the Foundation update that really shook things up as far as the game goes. I see so many comments talking about how No Man's Sky is actually good now, and headlines everywhere are saying the same thing, or at least trying to address it. So I thought I'd take the time to address the future of No Man's Sky in video form. So let's talk about the Foundation update for a second. We got base building, we got space freighters, we got survival mode, and a slew of other tweaks that almost objectively make the game better. I mean, it gives you something to shoot for, whereas previously the only thing to really save up for was a better ship, and those could be obtained relatively early in game. And I guess multi-tools, but that follows the same process. Now, not only are we saving our money for freighters, we're also given incentives to go out and find resources to further build our very own base, and alter the freighters that you worked so hard for. What I'm saying is, No Man's Sky now has more purpose, and that has translated into more enjoyment for the players. It is still pretty empty, don't get me wrong, but it's a better game now, no doubt about that. The player base shows that as well. If you look at the Steam numbers, as you can see by this graph, right in that little indentation there on Saturday, November the 26th, there were a total of 796 players that day. And the next day, after the Foundation update was announced, that number jumped to a total of 8,092. That's over a 10-fold increase in players. And it has steadily declined since then, but it is still way higher than it was. And I will say, before the comments section goes nuts about this, that's still not a whole lot of players, especially not compared to the peak players when the game released, which was 212,613 players in a day. In fact, that 8,032 players recorded a few days ago is around 4% of that peak player base. But for No Man's Sky, it illustrates that there is now more interest in the game since update 1.1. So where am I going with this? Well, I have a point, I promise. The game I most often compare to No Man's Sky is Minecraft. I know that bothers a lot of people, but the model of development since the final game released seems very similar to me. I know Minecraft started out by releasing betas and stuff, but I'm talking about after the finished product hit store shelves, or download queues since it was released digitally first. Everyone knows how Minecraft sort of evolves over time with little updates here and there that add stuff. I normally play on console, and every time I boot up that game there is a new update waiting for me. I think that is what Hello Games wants to do with No Man's Sky. They want to gradually make it better over time with little tweaks here and there. Sure, the Foundation update was a big tweak, but I'd say we'll get smaller updates as time goes on. But here's the rub. Minecraft has sales numbers to back that work up. If you look at this graphic from the beginning of June this year, Minecraft has sold a sickening 106,859,714 copies worldwide. You don't have to give that a lot of thought to see that those numbers equal dollar signs. And those dollar signs pay the developers behind the game to continually update it. If we look back at the Steam numbers, it says No Man's Sky has a maximum of about 843,000 owners. So let's be generous and double that number for console players on PS4. That would give us around 1,700,000 copies sold. And I have no numbers for returns, so I can't take that into account here. But that's a lot of games sold, right? Sure it is, but I would bet that would cover the cost of making the game, plus a few updates. And I don't know about you, but I don't think people are still buying No Man's Sky en masse. Sure, we'll probably see an uptick through the holidays because of sales and price drops, but after that, where will Hello Games be getting the money to pay their developers for all those incremental updates we want so bad? I think it might be paid DLC. I'm sorry to say it, but for No Man's Sky to continue with more updates like the Foundation update, I think we may have to start paying for something. Look, I know how bad it sounds, but when presented with those numbers, what other conclusions can you make? People have to make money for their work, and if the sales can't support them, they'll have to try and make money somewhere. It goes without saying, if they hit us with a few more updates with things like those buggies that Redditor found, the sales may see a sharp uptick and we can avoid this whole thing. But if not, be prepared for some DLC from Hello Games. It's either that or they stop support for the game entirely, and I don't think you or I want that. But of course, I'm no economist. If you see another way out of this mess for Hello Games, be sure to let me know. And I wanted to ask, would you pay for DLC for No Man's Sky? Be sure to tell me down below. But I think that's where I'm going to have to end this video. If you enjoyed this video, you know what you have to do. Hit that like button for me, and if you're new here, why not subscribe? I put out a new video every single day, and if you want to stay up to date on all the latest gaming news, all you have to do is hit that subscribe button. And if you missed yesterday's video, it was all about The Last of Us Part 2 and some story details we got for that game. So if you're as excited for that as me, go check that video out. But I think that's it for me today. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, give thought to everything.